Hey, what is up guys, it is Silver Sun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on Season 2, Episode 4 of Mob Psycho 100. Alright, so this episode starts out with Reagan getting a job offer to this real rich, big mansion. Him and Mob pretty much go there and see what's going on, and basically there's a whole bunch of other psychics there, a whole bunch of other ESP users there, and they're pretty much all called in at once to try and exorcise this demon that's possessing the rich guy's daughter. And so basically they go in and they try all sorts of things to get the spirit out of her, but it's not working. And it really reminded me of like some sort of like the movie Exorcism, but like to a lesser extent. It kind of reminded me of that, but pretty much since there was a whole bunch of psychics in the room, they had to like see who would go first, and in order to determine who would go first, they did rock paper scissors, and obviously Reagan won the whole thing. So pretty much he went in first, and I actually like how he deduced the situation here, how he figured it all out, and it really goes into her mannerisms, and the way she spoke was pretty inconsistent, and Reagan realized that, and before he could really piece together everything that was really going on, the the demon pretty much revealed himself to be Mogami, who was alive at one point, and he was pretty much like this very popular psychic way back when, and pretty much he used his powers for like vengeance, and it's pretty much up to Mob to save the day at this point. So he pretty much cranks it up to, what was it, 77%, and he pretty much goes on to try and expel the demon from the girl, but he failed to do so because the demon actually fused himself, or he locked himself inside um, the girl's body, so he can't really do anything about it from the outside. But then he thinks, oh wait, if I go inside, like how the evil spirit did, then maybe I can try and force him out that way. And so basically, Mob pretty much loses consciousness, and he has Dimple possess his body, so that then so then the evil spirit doesn't go out and try to possess Mob's own body. So basically, he's got that covered. And one thing that I actually liked about this sequence was that when Mob entered when Mom entered her body and stuff, I like how the outlines were blue against the white background. It's a nice attention to detail like that. It's something that I like in this kind of show, just all the little things that they add, all the nice artistry and touches that they add into the show, which really make it, unique and stand out in that type of way. But anyways, he's pretty much inside uh, the girl's mind, and they're pretty much in this white void, him and Mogami, and they're pretty much just talking, and then or Mogami decides to have a little contest between their powers, and pretty much it ends with him. Well, not it doesn't end, but like it was quite surprising this episode because it seemed to be a lot more bloodshed this time around and a lot more tense than usual, which is pretty good. It heightens, the expense and whatnot, and it was pretty tense in some moments, especially when uh, the dad got killed, and even more so when Reagan was like out on the floor about to like pass out because the before Mob actually entered into the girl, the Mogami, he pretty much started charging at Mob's unconscious body for that 1 second, and then Reagan pretty much kicked him back, but then he grabbed his leg and he pretty much slammed him onto the ground. And even then, he had his hands behind his back so that then he could try to soften the blow a bit, which again, attention to detail, I really like that as well. But Reagan got pretty screwed up this episode, especially when like the glass broke and everything like that. He was bleeding quite a bit this episode. But pretty much they're fighting inside the girl's mind, and basically Mob pretty much gets turned to stone, and all the while Mogami's pretty much telling him, "Oh, you know how you're so powerful and whatnot? It's because of your emotions. It's because those emotions pretty much make your powers more amplified, make it more potent, more powerful." And that's pretty obvious. We've seen it since the first episode and everything like that. Basically every single episode when Mob gets to 100%, that's when it's pretty much able to cut loose and start, going all out against these people, against all the evil spirits he's encountered and whatnot. It's pretty obvious, but basically he's trying to give him a different perspective on things, Mogami, and I think it's quite interesting because the previous episodes, in these little bits, Mob was actually trying to get like a different perspective on how his powers are used and whatnot, and what it would be like if he didn't have them, or what it would be like if he used them for evil instead of good and whatnot. And it seems like this is probably gonna be his chance with him being inside that mindscape. He's pretty much able to just like um basically be able to live his life without his psychic powers thanks to Mogami. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be all peaches and cream, you could say. In the next episode, it actually looks to be really sad in a way, because um basically Mogami pretty much creates like this alternate reality inside his mind, inside his memories, basically his past memories. He's gonna alter to where he's not able to use his psychic powers. So that's very interesting. I can't wait to see how that's gonna play out. If they're gonna like actually like reanimate like some previous clips from like the first season or something like that. Like maybe when Mob had to fight Teru, imagine that without his psychic powers. Imagine him not going into that mystery state, or when he fought Koyama and he's not able to go 100% animosity, or any other encounters he's had. I wonder how that's gonna play out, or if any of that's gonna play out at all. But as far as this episode goes, I really did enjoy it. I like the almost horror aspect of it, because last episode, last episode, it wasn't really like, I don't know. Like, I guess this is just like, it's pretty much like on the same caliber in terms of horror, I feel like. And I do like how it's kind of, I do like the way the characters are being set up and how they're being developed within the story, especially Mob. Now, I can't wait for the next episode, because it seems like Mob's going to be going through a tough time, and I want to see how he gets through it and whatnot. But this episode was really good in my opinion. I do like this season as a whole. Well, not as a whole, because the whole season hasn't come out yet, but so far it's seeming a lot more serious than last season. A lot more development going on with the characters, and a lot more of a darker tone is being taken place here, and I actually like it a lot. It really reminds me of the second season of Gravity Falls. Everything just got a bit more dark and a lot more serious and drastic and whatnot, and that's what I feel like's happening here with this show as well. Things are becoming a bit more exciting, a bit more, crazy and whatnot. But we soon shall see what becomes of all this, seeing how Marble defeat this other Esper, and seeing if he'll actually come to terms with his emotions and whatnot, especially without having to use his psychic powers. I want to see how he handles those situations, by himself and whatnot. But that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments below. And until the next one, Silver Sun is out.